how's it going?
Ah, it's okay.
Yeah,
Sorry.
you
I'm
doing
a
well?
little late.
No, no, don't
Yeah,
worry
yeah.
about it. 2 minutes, it's nothing.
Okay. Okay.
How's it going?
Um, you know, actually, I know how to answer this question with different kinds of answers, but every time you ask me, the first answer came to my mind is, it's okay.
Okay. So, did you get the PDF?
Yes, and I already framed it.
Oh, perfect. So, today we're going to be talking about the New York City Transit. So, do you know what the word transit means?
Does it mean just like transportation?
Yep, exactly. Yep.
Okay.
So, our warm up is, do you take public transportation?
Yeah, yes, I do.
I do too, yeah. And how do you commute to work and school?
In the past, I took the bus, but now, I just like the Uber in America, right?
Yeah.
So we got Didi. It's
Oh,
the name of the company, and we just book the car on our cell phone,
oh
just
wow.
like this. And there are different kinds of companies. There are different kinds of companies, um, like Didi or Uber.
There's other ones in China?
Yeah.
Nice, yeah. Um,
Yes.
so, so to, you said
不是10点吗？
to work you take the DD?
是先进来。那你先穿着。Okay, I'm sorry.
That's
Sorry.
okay. So
A little problem.
that's okay.
Uh-huh.
So to work you take the DD?
Mm, uh,
Or do you,
what do you mean?
so how do you get to work? Do you take your car? Do you take the train? Do you take the bus?
Yeah. Um, my husband will drive me to work.
Oh, okay. So you take your car.
Yes. And
Um,
sometimes he is busy and I call the Didi.
oh, okay. That makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
So some helpful phrases is I take the train or the bus to. I
Mm-hmm.
commute to. I wait for I wait for a bus. I commute to school by bus. I take the train to the city.
Yeah.
Yep.
Commute to means uh, tra- uh, commute to means go to some place by blah blah blah.
Um, yeah, pretty much. So commute means through what method of transportation? By car, by train, by bus.
Okay, I got it.
Yep. Let's start with the reading. So it's going to be on the next page.
Yeah.
Would you like to read?
Okay. New York City is home to the largest public transportation agency in North America. The agency is called the Metropolitan Transit Authority. Its fleet consists of thousands of New York City Transit and MTA buses and subway trains that operate 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. They serve the boroughs. Is that right?
Is boroughs.
Boroughs. So GH is silent.
Yeah, it's silent.
Boroughs. Okay. Boroughs of Brooklyn, the Bronx,
Yep.
Queens, Manhattan, and the MTA Staten Island Railway.
Staten Island?
Staten, okay.
Yep.
Staten Island Railway serves Staten Island. Simply buy a Metro card to use the MTA.
Yep, and when do subway trains operate?
When?
Yep. When does it say?
It operates 24 hours a day and 7 days a week.
Yep, exactly. Good job. Um,
Uh-huh.
have you heard of any of those boroughs? Brooklyn, Bronx, Queens, Manhattan, Staten Island.
I didn't heard of Bronx, but others I've heard of them.
Brooklyn, Queens, Manhattan.
Bronx. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So those are boroughs. So borough is one of the vocabulary words. Um,
Yes.
it refers to the main section of a city. So when you hear people visiting Times Square, people visiting the Empire State Building in New York City,
Yeah.
that all refers to Manhattan. Manhattan
Oh.
is like a huge neighborhood of probably like 60 to 70 blocks, 60 to
Oh.
70 roads,
Oh.
and it's
Yeah.
all condensed onto a little island. And then once you get off the island, you're still in New York City. In most cases, but you might be changing boroughs to either Brooklyn, Bronx, Queens, or you might even take a ferry. A ferry is a little boat to Staten Island.
So, so you can take a little boat.
Yeah.
So around the cities there are rivers like lake rivers.
Yeah. Have you ever heard of the Hudson River?
Once again, sorry.
It's called the Hudson River. It goes right in between New York City.
Hudson River. No, I've never heard that.
Oh, okay. Well, it's the Hudson River, but um, so you would cross the Hudson River to get to Staten Island, and it's it's like a 30-minute trip. Um,
Yes.
and then Staten Island is where there's a lot of houses, people living there that commute to the city. It's nice.
Okay. That's
Um,
good.
the other vocabulary word is agency. Do you know what an agency is?
Yes.
Oh, okay. So it's just like a establishment, a company. Um, and then the last one is fleet. Um,
Yeah.
have you ever heard of a fleet?
Yes.
Yep. So it could be a group of planes, buses, ships operating under one control.
Yes. This word, I know it always um, together with ships, but planes, buses. This is the first time I know that.
Yeah, it just refers to like a group of modes of transportation. So a group of
Mm.
buses is a fleet of buses. But
Oh.
you're right. It
Right.
usually refers to ships. That's the most
Oh.
common way to use the word.
Yes.
All right, let's go on to the next reading.
Okay. Heavy traffic is common in if we're NYC or New York City.
Um,
When
I would say it New York City.
New York City, okay. Heavy
Um,
traffic is common in New York City.
you could actually
It is.
so you could actually say New York City, or you can even say New York. Um, when you say New York, it's a little more confusing because New York refers to the whole state. Um,
Ah,
but a lot of people might guess from context that you're talking about the city.
okay.
But if you want
Okay.
to be the most specific as possible, you would say New York City.
Okay, I got it.
Go
So
ahead. Sorry.
it is, yeah, it's okay. It is one of the many reasons people prefer to take the trains and buses. Passengers pay the bus fare, and when they board and press the stop button or the yellow stripe to request to get off the bus. Taking the bus is a scenic way to see the city. It's also worth noting that mass transit is central to New York City's efforts to become more environmentally friendly. A growing number of New York City's buses are hybrid electric hybrid electric models.
Yeah, great job. Perfect.
Okay,
Um,
thank you.
now what was the yellow thing called? The yellow
The stripe
it's a yellow strip.
strip.
So stripe is if there was an E at the end. Um, but in this case there's no E, so it's a strip.
Oh, yes, I confused them.
That's okay.
Okay.
So the yellow strip is like usually this little wire that hangs on top of the bus that you pull.
Yeah.
You'll pull it when you see your stop, and then it notifies the driver like stop.
So I need to stop before this station 2 or 3 seconds, or just when it's stopped, I pull.
Yep. So you pull it right after. Um, you probably pull it like 3 minutes to 3 seconds before your stop.
3 minutes. Okay, yeah. I think if I just pull it when I see my stop, maybe it's too sudden, right?
It's probably too soon. You're right.
Okay.
So. Oh. So what's
Yeah.
So how would a passenger request a stop?
Yeah, we just talked about it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Just press the stop button and the yellow strip to request it to get off the bus.
Perfect. Yeah. So let's talk about the vocabulary.
Yep.
So the first one is the fare.
Uh-huh.
Have you ever heard of the fare?
Yes, just like fee, right?
Yep. Scenic.
Mm-hmm. Scenic.
Have you heard of it?
Yeah. Yes.
So.
I heard the word scenery. So it's the adjective word of scenery, right? Or scene.
Yeah, you're right. It comes from scenery. So scenery is very pleasant, natural. What's that? There's a place in China that they have the. It's really famous. They have like the big, like floating landscape, and it's like this huge forest. I was gonna say it's very scenic, but I don't remember what the place is called.
Okay. Maybe you need to show me a picture.
Do you know? Have you ever watched Avatar, the movie?
Avatar.
Yeah.
阿凡达. So 2 blue guys.
Yeah, that.
It seems like that I have watched it too many years ago.
Oh, okay. Wait, I found it. It's called the Zhangjiajie National Forest.
Once again?
Zhangjiajie.
Oh, yeah. 张家界.
Oh, Zhangjiajie.
Yes, it's really beautiful, yeah.
Have you been there?
No.
It sounds so cool.
Yes, the province is near our province.
Oh, it is. Wow. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I would say that park is really scenic.
Oh. Yeah.
Very pleasant, natural.
View. Natural. So scenic means the things that is natural, right? It's not man-made. Is that right?
Yeah, exactly. Like a lake, an ocean, a beach.
Okay. Yeah.
And then the other vocabulary word we have is mass.
Yeah.
So have you heard
mass. Of that? I heard massive.
Yeah, it's just like massive. I think in fact they're almost interchangeable.
Oh.
A mass gathering of players, a massive gathering of players. You can say either or.
Not of a large amount.
You say a mass gathering of fans. And then the last one we have is hybrid. Have you ever heard of a hybrid?
Hybrid. Let me see something. I heard the word, but I can't remember the meaning.
Have you ever heard of a hybrid car?
We have it in our city.
Yeah. So hybrid car is a hybrid because they use both gas and electric in their vehicle.
Yeah, so it saves energy.
Yep.
It is friendly to the environment.
Yeah, exactly. All right, let's go on to the next reading.
Okay. The easiest way and quickest way to travel around New York City is by the subway. Riding the subway is also a fantastic way to feel like a local New Yorker. New Yorker.
Yep.
Once you swipe your Metro card at the turnstile,
Yep.
am I right? Yeah. And enter the subway, you can transfer to other subway lines as many times as you need, as long as you don't exit the subway.
Yeah, perfect.
Yeah.
Now, what is the quickest way of travel in New York City?
By the subway.
The subway, yeah. There's so much traffic in the city that, honestly, the subway will probably get you there the fastest.
Yeah, so I think also in some big cities, right? This year, and just on December the 1st, the first line of the subway in our city just opened.
Oh,
Can I
really?
use open?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's very hard for us to build a subway because there are a lot of mountains and it's really hard because of the condition of the earth, the ground in our city. So it's really hard for them. Maybe they just build for 2 or 3 years or more, maybe.
Oh, wow.
To build this line 1.
It takes a really long time, yeah.
Yes, and the people in our city are very happy.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, and the government continues building maybe line 2, line 3, and line 4, but it took too many times, too many years.
Yeah. Nice. And then, so the only vocabulary word we have here is turnstile. Do you know what turnstile is?
No.
It's a little hard for me to explain it.
Yeah. From the explanation, I got it. I know what it means.
It's that little thing that you walk through, and it's got like the arm things. That it's like, you push it, and it's like, whoop.
Yes.
And you like enter.
Yes. You need to put your card there, scan the card, and then the door opens. Then you can go by yourself. No other people. They need to have the card.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, let's go on to the comprehension.
Mm-hmm.
Would you like to read it?
Okay, MTA is the smallest public transportation agency. No, it's the largest. Right?
Yeah, it's the largest.
So it's fourth.
Yep.
MTA operates 24 hours a day. True.
Yep.
Taking the bus? No. Taking the subway. And
yeah, you're right.
In the subway, you can transfer to other subway lines. True.
Yep.
All you need is a Metro card to use the MTA transit system. True.
Yep.
Okay.
And then the next one?
Okay. Let me see. We enjoyed a scenic view of the park.
Yep.
Right? And number 2, what do you need to enter a subway? You need a subway. Metro card, right?
Yep, a Metro card.
Many people use mass media.
Yeah, mass media. Actually, in this case, you can't use massive. So mass means like media that refers to a lot of people. I'm not too sure on how to explain the difference between mass and massive. I'm gonna look it up and then I'll send you a message in WeChat.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, when do passengers pay the bus fare? When they board the bus.
Yep, perfect.
Board the bus. So really when we learn English in our textbook, we really use get on the bus and get off the bus. And board the bus, we really board the plane, board the ship. So that is okay, right?
Yeah. So in English, when you say get, it's very general. Um, you could use it all the time. I use it all the time. Um,
Mm.
but sometimes people want to know what you're talking about, so instead of saying I got on the bus, you could say I boarded the bus. So it's a little more clarity.
Already. Okay. Can I say, is it more formal?
Yeah, it is more
Okay.
formal because if I were writing an essay and I wrote I got on the bus, it's a little,
Yeah.
yeah, you're right.
Okay. Okay. And next one, New York City is made of made. New York City is made up of 5 boroughs.
So the stress is on the first syllable, so it's
Boroughs.
boroughs, yeah.
Bo- so the first O is it sounds like O or O.
But boroughs,
But
boroughs,
boroughs.
boroughs,
Okay. Boroughs.
boroughs, yeah.
What does the captain command? What does the captain command?
Yep.
A fleet of ships. A, right?
Yep, perfect.
Okay.
Okay.
Discussion.
Now we're on the discussion. So, what do you think of the New York City Transit?
I think the New York City Transit is really cool.
Yeah.
It has a lot of ways, and I especially appreciate the bus. You know what? Because you can press the stop button by yourself.
Yeah.
We don't have such kind of bus in China.
Oh no. How do you guys stop? How do you guys make a stop?
You need to remember where you need to stop, and you need to pay attention. And the announcer, it's not a real person. It's just a system. It will tell you in each stop. For example, if I get to the first stop, and he will say, now it is the first stop, and because we don't have the name, right? I just use first stop to represent. And it will say, and next stop is the second stop. If you want to get off, please prepare. And maybe 5 or 1 minute before the next stop, he will tell the passengers, we are getting to the second stop. Please get ready. And then you get ready.
Oh, okay.
And then you need to walk to the door before it stops.
Oh, wow.
So we don't press by ourselves.
Yeah. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, New York City Transit is very complicated. It's one of the largest in the world, and it's also 24/7. There's some cities like in London and Chicago and Los Angeles. They'll stop their metro at around, depending on the city, at midnight, at 1 o'clock in the morning, and then they'll usually start up at 6 in the morning. But in New York City, they go 24/7. So it's all. So, have you ever heard of Have you ever heard of the expression New York City is a city that never sleeps?
Yeah.
That's exactly
so
why.
In Chinese we say it's纽约是一个不夜城。不夜城 means a city that never sleeps.
Yeah. This is exactly why the metro doesn't ever sleep. The metro takes no breaks.
Yes.
Yeah.
I heard a word you say 24/7. That means 24 hours, 7 days.
Yep. It's like a shortcut.
24/7s, right?
24/7, yeah.
So can I make other words like this? If I say 12 fives, is it okay? Will other people understand me?
If you say 12/5?
Yeah. Maybe they don't know.
No, it's just that one expression.
Okay, so that's unique, right?
Yeah, it's because it's so common in America to have things that are open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
Okay, okay, I get it. It's complicated. Can I use it's mass? Can I say the transit is mass?
Um, transit is
Massive.
massive. Yeah, say it's massively complicated.
It's a huge one.
Yeah.
Do you prefer to use public transportation? Yes. Yes, I do.
Yeah,
What
me
are
too.
the advantages and disadvantages? Advantages, I think it's good for the environment.
Yep.
And if you're not hurry, if you don't hurry, I think it's a good way for you to enjoy this the scene, the scenery, the scenic views,
Yeah, like
in the city.
Yeah.
If you're new in this city, if you just travel to the city, you want to know the general things about the city, maybe you can take a bus. Disadvantages, that is, if you're in a hurry, it really costs a lot of time.
Yeah, it's
maybe
really inconvenient. Yeah.
Yes, and maybe it's really crowded sometimes, especially I don't know how to say the sometimes in the morning many people go to work, and in the afternoon many people just go home. What's that? We call this time the time period.
Yeah, it's called rush hour.
Rush hours. Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
So rush hours, more crowded and more traffic jams. It costs a lot of time.
Yeah, you're totally right. It's very inconvenient during rush hour and very crowded.
Yes.
So the third one is it common to use public transportation in your city?
Yes. Yes, it is.
Did you say you don't use it that much, do you?
What?
Like when you go to work, you take your husband takes you in his car?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Do you ever take the bus?
Years ago.
Yeah.
The bus. Sometimes some buses are not so crowded, but sometimes some lines, they're really crowded. Maybe they go to some big stops in the city. They carry a lot of people.
Yeah, I agree. And the last one, should transit fare be affordable? And why?
Of course, they should. It should be affordable. Is it affordable means everybody can afford it, or that means it's not free?
Both. So affordable. Yeah. So affordable means that it'll cost you a small fare, and it also means that it'll be cheap enough for everyone to use it.
Yes, of course. Not everybody has a job. Sometimes they need to go far away. If the fare is too high, maybe that will stop them. That will stop them to go to other places. I think it should be affordable.
Yeah, I agree. It should be affordable because I feel like your government should be, they should, they should, they should encourage other people to use public transportation. This way, the environment is saved. Because if it's not affordable, then people are just going to take their cars, and then it's not going to be, it's going to make all pollution. So
yeah,
it's much better cheap when everyone can afford it.
Yes. So the governments must take care of every level of the people, and also think about the future of the city.
Yeah, and then when you make it affordable, you take a lot of people off the roads, and then it makes it less. It makes your city have less traffic.
Yes. Yes, you know, the line one in our city, the subway line one in our city just opened, and you can feel that line, and on the road, it surely reduces some numbers of the cars,
Yeah, I
but
definitely
just
agree.
a little, a
Just a little
little.
bit, yeah.
Okay,
Well, that's the
is
last
it a
question.
turn? Yeah. So today's goes too fast.
Yeah,
Because
right?
this topic is really it's just around us, and I think it is easy to talk about.
Yeah,
And also for
it's
the
an easy
passage,
subject, yeah.
there are not too many new words. I think it's easy for me.
You're too good for it.
Yeah. But for the food, too many words about food. I don't know them, and they're difficult to read.
Yeah,
But
from
I
all the
learn a
different.
lot. But I learn a lot.
Okay, that's good. I'm glad you learned something. So, all right. Well, I'm gonna
Yes.
send you the survey based on our lesson, and I look forward to the next one. All right?
Mm, yes. What does it mean? Did I sentence?
I look
You
forward
will
to,
send me the survey and.
and I look forward to the next lesson.
Okay. Okay. Me too. Me too. So also, if you get it, and you can send me it.
Oh,
Send it to me.
okay. I'll send it to you once I receive it.
Okay. So see you today.
All
See
right.
see you no see you today. See you next Wednesday.
Yep. See you then.
Okay. Bye.
Bye.